Okay, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to this explainer where we're going to unpack the hidden, almost invisible forces that literally control our everyday dining behavior. I mean, have you ever wondered why fast food restaurants look and feel the exact same no matter where you are in the world? Well, today we are going to decode the very deliberate design secrets that pull you right in off the street, rush you through your order, and push you right back out the door. Think about your own rapid dining habits for just a second here. Why do you never stay long at a fast food joint? You walk in, you order, you eat, and suddenly you feel this overwhelming urge to just leave. Now, I want to assure you right now that is not a coincidence. It's really not just because you have places to be. It is actually the result of highly calculated psychological and physical engineering. Section 1. The ketchup and mustard theory. The visual bait. Enter the ketchup and mustard theory. This is literally the industry standard for fast food branding. It's the strategic combination of red and yellow to create what marketers actually call a psychological storm. You see, when our brains process these two specific colors together, it overrides our basic logic. It sends this biological signal that communicates immense value and rapid speed, which triggers an absolute immediate stop-and-eat response. Let's break down exactly why this pairing is so lethal. Red and yellow are actually doing two very different jobs here. Yellow is the beacon. It is the most visible color in the daylight spectrum, which is exactly why you can see those golden arches from literally miles away. It promises happiness, comfort, and, optimism. But red is the engine. Red signals heat, high arousal, urgency, and speed. So yellow acts as that welcoming beacon from afar, but once you get close, red acts as the accelerator. Section 2, red means fast, not just hungry. For years, we've been told red simply makes you hungry. But the science shows something much more specific. Red actually hacks the subconscious. Highly saturated warm colors physically stimulate the body. Studies have recorded that just being in a red environment can slightly increase your heart rate, elevate your blood pressure, and spike your overall alertness. It completely bypasses your conscious thought to drive impulsive decisions. And this brings us to a major mind-blown moment. According to research from Macet Design, red doesn't necessarily boost your appetite, it controls how fast you decide. High arousal environments actually force rapid, less deliberate decision-making. Imagine you're standing at the counter, your heart is beating just a fraction faster, and you impulsively say, "Yeah, I'll take the fries." Now, in a fine dining restaurant, this would totally ruin the experience, but for the fast food business model, which relies on maximum volume, it's absolutely perfect. To really prove this point, let's look at the exact opposite. Blue is widely considered the ultimate appetite suppressant. And why is that? Because aside from, a few berries and maybe blue raspberry candy, blue almost never occurs naturally in food. Evolutionary biology tells our brains that blue might mean spoiled or poisonous. It actually has a calming effect, lowering arousal. And that is exactly why you will almost never see blue used in the main dining rooms of major burger chains. It just slows you down. Section 3. The economics of hard seating. Controlling table time. 15 to 20 minutes. If you're at a fast food restaurant, this right here is your holy grail. This is the ideal, highly optimized table turnover time. Just to put that into perspective, fine dining aims for about 90 minutes. In fast food, if customers linger for 30 or 40 minutes, lines build up and revenue plummets. Every single minute counts. So you might be wondering, how do restaurant owners ensure you leave in under 20 minutes? Well, by understanding that human ergonomics totally dictate behavior. If you sit on a soft, deep sofa, your body relaxes and your subconscious says, "Hey, I can stay longer." But if you sit on a hard bench, your body naturally tenses up. After about 15 minutes, you'll unconsciously shift your weight and your brain gets a signal, "Okay, time to leave." Basically, if a restaurant wants higher turnover, they simply cannot afford to give you a comfortable seat. Commercial furniture manufacturers actually use a golden combination to keep you moving. First, hard surfaces like wood, plastic, or metal. Second, absolutely no armrests, because armrests make you feel supported and relaxed. Third, if there are booths, they must be shallow, specifically under 50 centimeters deep, so you literally can't sink into them. And finally, single bar stools facing a window or a blank wall, which naturally evokes a fast-paced, kind of isolating feeling. Section 4. Hostile architecture indoors. So hostile architecture is a term that's usually applied to city planning. It refers to urban design that intentionally limits how a public space can be used. The whole goal is to render prolonged sitting highly unappealing and lying down pretty much entirely impossible. Think about those urban benches you see designed with short metal armrests right in the middle, or the ones with slanted seats. These are heavily researched anti-lingering designs meant to stop people from sleeping or resting for too long. Now compare that to the armless, hard plastic, slightly forward-leaning chairs inside a fast food restaurant. They are utilizing the exact same physical principles. The restaurant is essentially using a softer version of hostile architecture to manage your physical comfort and, well, push you out. When you're sitting in a rigid plastic chair with absolutely no armrests, you aren't actively thinking, wow, I am uncomfortable, I should really leave. Instead, the body makes the decision to leave before the mind even does. You finish your fries, your back slightly aches, you feel a bit exposed without armrests, and you just naturally stand up to throw your tray away. The chair practically made the decision for you. Section 5. The invisible conveyor belts. The flawless system. This all builds a completely flawless system. Step 1. Highly visible yellow catches your eye from the road and promises comfort, pulling you right in. Step 2. The high arousal red environment spikes your heart rate, ensuring you make a fast, impulsive order at the counter. Step 3. The hard, shallow seating makes your body tense, practically forcing you out of the door the second you swallow your last bite. It is a seamless 3-step journey designed entirely to maximize customer volume and optimize that table turnover rate. Basically, you are on a conveyor belt. But, the industry is evolving. You may have noticed brands like McDonald's shifting their interiors away from that bright red and yellow, moving toward earthy greens, wood tones, and even soft seating. And why is that? Because their business model shifted. They want to sell you highly profitable coffees and desserts. To do that, they have to manipulate the science in reverse. Green lowers arousal, signals natural and safe, and soft seating encourages you to actually linger. They are turning off the conveyor belt to keep you in the building. We are constantly navigating spaces designed to control our behavior, often without even realizing it for a second. The colors we see, the chairs we sit in, they are all silent salespeople. So I leave you with this. Next time you see those bright red and yellow signs and you sit down on that hard plastic chair, will you realize you're on a conveyor belt? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep your eyes open out there.